Hello, hello. So today we're going to check out a new game. It's called Quantum Odyssey. So what is this about? Basically, it's a puzzle game. Okay, but the cool thing about it is that it's on quantum computation. Okay, and quantum mechanics is the main logic with it. The most interesting part I will show you. We are going to play the game anyway. One thing that I really intrigues me, and I wanted to play it for sure, is when you go down here, and you will see this one, this part. By stepping into this adventure, you join an elite circle committed to understand and preparing for the future shape of quantum computing, and be part of a community of like-minded people to interact with, design, solve their quantum creations, or complete in a hackathon against. Basically, it has a part that you can create your own puzzles, basically, and people will try to solve them, and you are going to solve one of them. Complete the journey, that's the interesting part. Complete the journey and earn a certificate recognizing your newfound quantum fluency. So that's very interesting because it's basically the first time ever that I have seen a game, especially on Steam, that if you manage to complete it, you are going to get a certificate of completion of it. So it's very interesting. And more or less, have seen like it's Patria Fest creativity, national security, which is very interesting. And it's celebrate. They made it like celebrate UNESCO year of quantum 2025 with an immersive dive into quantum computing. Okay, so basically, all the puzzles are, and the main role of the game is to actually get it, at least in the logic of quantum computing. So it's very nice. So let's go to the game and see more details about it. Okay, so let's start the game. What the options that are available is, of course, to dive the quantum. So basically, you're doing the puzzles. Join a network. So in here, you can track your quantum identity and tokens. I'm guessing it's it's basically something like an achievement system. So you can see in what kind of level, how much you played, and so on. Let's see, Quantum Arena, I'm guessing it's basically you try to solve, it's the hackathon style, as they said. Basically achievements, okay, and the summit, compare your knowledge trajectory with other players. That's interesting. So you can, it has like something like a ladder. Now, the Forge is basically my challenge, my sessions. You play with the editor, so you can create some of your ideas. And bug reports, feedback, and settings basically here. So let's go with the game. I have made the, I didn't want to spoil it a lot, so I want to make like some first games so you can have a better idea how this thing works. So I will start with something simple, so you can see like the main logic the game goes, the basic flow. So up here you basically have the tutorial phase that they will explain to you how this thing works, and has some tooltips in specific words, which is very interesting. Okay, so basically the main idea, more or less, let's finish this. Okay, so the main idea here is that you have like that's the engine, let's say, and you have this bubble, which basically like the energy or something, and you need to fix the machine so this input comes to this output, more or less. Okay, so the bubble so far is the correct way to do it. You can just if you press like the tab control, you see like the available tools that you can use here, and here are the slots where you can put these things here. So let's start with this one. So basically this is the next, it will explain what it does, but I will show you in a little more weird puzzle how this thing works. Okay, so we managed to get a bubble, let's say, up here. Some people will kill me that I'm saying bubble, but anyway. And you got some nice quotes, which is nice. Okay, so let's see. Let me find the actual. Okay, yeah. Some things that you get. Sometimes you get like a puzzle. Let's go here. Okay, and you have to clear it, so you have a clear button. But some things are already stuck with it, so you cannot do anything about it. So you have all of these slots where you can put what you need. This one was basically just to see like that you can clear it. Okay, so you have this part. Says here if you want to. I didn't do much of it. You can stop with a pause, so you can check. You can check what values you have in here, which in the later puzzle it actually matters a lot. And you have like some things that you can see, like the state, the tensor. It's basically this one. Okay, let's see. So basically the idea here is that this one goes like this, and goes out. So you need to put something. Let's see, can I clear them? No. I can use another X, or I can use like this one, which basically stays the same trajectory, let's say. And as you can see now, even if I clear it, I cannot remove those two. So basically I can just put it in a way so we get the correct one. I will tell you a little bit analysis about this, but I want a specific puzzle which is more interesting. So here we are. So now we are going to start like making the main logic of the game. The good thing is that you can have like down here you can increase the speed if you want to. So basically, what's the main point here? So the main logic is that we have an input and an output. We have the sigil and some slots. The slots are these ones. Okay, and the main idea, that's the qubit that we get. So if you see this area, it will highlight like the first one. So let's do this for now. So we can go to a more weird one. Weird. Anyway, still they're very simple at this point. Okay, so basically the idea is that if you start with a 0 and you put an X on the road, it will switch the 0 to 1. So basically this one will go to 0 and will stay to 1. So if you put another one, because that's the part that we care more, the first input. So if I put another one, it goes from 0 to 1 and then again to 0. So we got this. Okay, so here it's more, it starts getting a little more, let's say, weird, because you have two inputs basically. Okay, and here we have like the first input and the second input, or the first row or the second row. Okay, basically now if I put something, it will change. You will see like it will have like a different, I'm changing all the row here. Okay, so if I put another one, it's more weird. Okay, so how this thing works. The main idea is that if you see, I have like I don't do anything. So if we start with a 0 here, we start to 0 0, which makes sense. Now if I split it here, it means that I'm changing the first input, this one, the 0, to 1. Okay, so it has to go, this one will be 1 and this one will be 0, so 1 0. Okay, put it in here. So as you can see, the 0, since we switched it with the X, it goes to the 0. Since we start from here, the 0 will become 1, so we have 1 and 0, and here we are. If I put another one, I'm switching both inputs, so 0 0 becomes 1 1. Okay, so now since we need to go here, what do we need to change? We need to change the second one and let it from 0 to 1. So I will put in this, and we got it. Simple enough. Don't forget that's the easiest way. Okay. Okay, now what we have? We have the same logic. So we need to have, we're getting the 0. Okay, and we need to put it in 1, 0. If we put it here, oh, we got this. So we got the 0 to 1. Okay, and now that's let's say the more weird one. We need to get it from 0, 0 to 1, 1. So we can do it like this, and yeah, and let's just so you can see, so you can see, if I put it like here, as we said, we get the 0 to 1. So we got 1, 0. If I put another one, you will see that it's go to 0, 0 again, which makes sense because we have in this state the first input is becoming from 0 to 1, and then we are making again 0. So makes sense. Okay, so what we need to have 1, 1. So basically we can do this. Even we can put it in the other direction, and will still make sense that we can do it. So basically you have like some specific slots, and now that's the weirdest one, let's say. So what we need here, same logic. We got only 3 slots, so we can play even easier. If I put everything, okay, let's go this way. Okay, I will get three aces, which makes sense. So if you want to go here, if I remove this one, since these are 3 aces, I will remove this. Yeah, I can't remove it like this. Okay, we'll put 1. So we got 0, 1. Makes sense. This one will be the other one, and we got it. So that's basically it's like you are learning like the first how you say it, the slots things that you can put. How things started to get a little more complicated. Now basically this one it will make it like a negative, the red one. Okay, so you have another slot that here we are having the 1. Okay, basically actually the 0. Okay, and we want to have it minus 1. So if I put this here, it will become, this one will become 1, and the red one, it will change it to the negative. So we got this. Okay, and now as you can see, it's negative again. So we have to make it, it has like some calculations that you can do. So negative, we have to make it again positive. How we can do this? Since we have the 0, we are making it 1, and then we can make it negative. We can put it another negative. So minus 1 and again minus 1 will become 1. It will become positive. Okay, and as you can see up here, it's what we need to throw. So this one becomes a negative and comes here, but we need it as basically we need a positive 1, and we have 2 slots. So what's the problem here? First we need 1, 1, because here is 0, so we need to switch it, so it will come 1, 1, but this one is negative 1, so we don't like that. We're putting another negative and we're making it positive. So basically you got this. Okay, the weird part is the middle one, basically. So let's see, now we have to have it as negative, and we got everything to be 1. If I put this here, it will become it will come here because it's 1, 1, 1, but it's not negative. One interesting part is that if I can even put it down here, and I will switch these things, which makes we need it after, not now. If I do it like this, you will see that it will not work because we're making the previous line first minus 1, so we need to switch it. So first we make it 1, and then we're making it negative. correctly. Okay, let's continue. That's basically the tutorial, so I'm just explaining it because I lost some time managing that. And I will stop after. I will do like one more just to get the idea. So now we are going to learn a new, another new slot, new, how do you say it? A gate. Yeah, correct. A gate. So what's the idea here? The idea is that we got the X here, so it will switch it. It will switch the position, but doesn't switch like we still have 0 here. Okay, but the bubble, let's say, it goes in a different area, so we need it here. If we put this, what we're going to do, we're going to do the 0 to go to 1. So we'll have 1 1. So again, it will be wrong. So how we can fix this? We have a new gate, which will, if you put it, it will ignore this part. It will switch the number, but it will first ignore. So basically, we have all the first area to keep the row. It doesn't affect, doesn't switch it. So you see here we got it straightforward. Doesn't do the X part. And if you see the values, you still continue. But we have more zeros. So let's see. We continue. Now, that's a little weird. Okay, so what we have here is we have the input 0, 0, 0, 0, okay, and minus 1, but we have a new value. The definitely, I don't know, it becomes an I if you see it. Becomes the I part. Does it say what it is? Indeterminate, I don't know. Amplitude. The complex number behind various qubits arrays contribute to determine the size of the sigil. Okay, so it's not 0 and 1, it's something different. I don't know. If someone knows, of course, you can explain. Okay. So basically, that's the main idea. I'm going with the colors, more or less, to be honest. So what we need now, we need, let's remove it. So I need it, definitely I need to go straight away, but we cannot change anything here. So I need to do somehow here. As you can see, the second slot, we were going to change this part. So how we can do it? Let's see, if I put another X, what will happen? What we need? We need 0, 0. So this one, it's 1. So definitely we need this one. So we can make it like this one, so it will become 0. Okay, but didn't work because we have 0 becoming. Okay, if I put down here, it will go, still will go there. So we don't like that.
A few moments later.
Here is that. Let's see. We're starting from this row. So we are keeping the second part unaffected. Basically, we only care for this one. So since we start with 0, we are switching to 1, but the second part will stay at 0. Okay, even if we manage to press the X. So what we are saying after with this, and let's say if I do this, what will happen is this one will start with 0. It will become 1, okay, because we've got the X. And the other one here in this row will get affected, so we'll switch to 1. So so it's basically that ignores all the rest, all the other switches in the current value. Okay, so if we do it like this, what it means is that if we are going to put here, it will not do anything, will not affect, because it's like we ignore this one, but you see from green becomes It becomes, it's like something like a reset. We reset the full row here. So basically this one will ignore. So that's why we keep it on blue one. Okay, and what we need is basically it's that we don't like the fact that we don't mind actually the minus minus. Okay, so if I continue, it will become red. Okay, we don't like that. So the problem is basically here. So if we do this, we are ignoring this. So we continue with the straight line and we are getting correctly. Okay, got it. Okay, and here is the final, I think. Yeah, the final puzzle of it. So basically here we are learning the control, okay? So we have something, you can have like this, but if you press, you get like a straight line. So it's a little easier to understand what you are going to do. So one thing that we need is definitely to make it like one-on-one, okay? As you can see, in this area, basically we ignore everything because we got the control in the middle. So basically everything here it's getting ignored. So one thing that we need is definitely that we need to get the third one to become 1. So we need to put an X there. So we are here. Now our main issue is that we have like the green lines here. So this will not work because we need to ignore this part. How we could do that? Let's see. If I put another control here, what will happen? Okay, it goes like this because the third one doesn't change, goes unaffected. So what it means is that here should continue to be 0 even if we had the X part. So basically we are getting this one to 1, and this one will become 1, and this one will become 0. This one doesn't, yeah, it doesn't affect. Why doesn't this one doesn't get any effects? Actually, we are starting with 0, and it's 1. So we are making this, we're changing the value here with X. So we are making it 1, which makes sense. And the third value, if I remove this, what happened? We're getting this part is the X. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the part the X. Because we are switching the 0. As you can see, we're getting from 0 to 1, which because this middle one is the X. But we say that we want to put a negative one here. So we're getting another one. And we are making that we have a 1 and another 1. So we got 1, 1. So if you can see, let's go here. In this area, we have 1, 1 and 0, which is correct because here is the 1, here is the other 1. Okay, and this one continues to 0. So we got this. But the difference is that this time we're making the I part, the green one. So we have 1, 1 and green 1, which makes sense. So what we need is basically we need to reset this because before this line here we got the first line. Okay, so let's go here. We are here. Okay, what we have this first part, which is 1 here. What we need to keep it, but we don't want this part. We need to ignore this. So we're putting another gate, so we don't get the effect of it. Let me see if that's correct, because it's a little weird. This X, we need to put like 2 controls so we can ignore it, I guess. So if we put 2 controls, we basically have only this one effect. So we got 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, which is correct. We go here. Okay, now since we have the status that we need to do another switch. So if I put the X here, we got the first 0, so we like it. So we got 0, 0, 1. Okay, and what we need now is another, we need to put the X here. So we have 1, 1, 1, and we got it. Okay, I'm guessing you need a little bit of time to grasp it, but basically that's the idea. Of course, it becomes more weird, and I'm very sure that I haven't exactly completed. I have a logic until now, but I know that after it becomes a little more weird because you have like the negative and the positive. If they do, you have a splitter actually. Okay, let me do the last one. Okay, here is the tricky one. Now the things are getting a little more confused actually on my part. So what this thing is, we got a new gate, which basically, if you see, it splits. It splits. It makes like a multiply or something, and it splits it. This line takes like a part of it. So you have 0.71 as 0.71. So you got a split. But you need the full one, so you can do another one here, and you will see that it does the divine part, and then it splits again. You have a 0, 5, and another 0, 5 that comes here. It will come a full 0, and you solve it. And one thing that one thing that I want to show you before I solve it is the other one. So let's see. If you go here, you will see this one becomes negative, minus 0.5, and we have a positive here. So if those two adds up, they become 0 and they break. So that's basically the idea. And so this one starts to become a little more tricky because you have to start some you split it. The full one becomes like 0.5, 0.1. They split a lot. Yeah, like this. You see this part, we got minus minus, okay, and they break, okay, but still we need this one, this input here. We need a small minus 0.5 plus the yellow one, which is the other one. So we need like to do a multiplication here or something. Let's see. Yeah, negative become positive or something like that. I know. Let's see. If I put this one, yeah, it will becomes the I part. Okay, so we have a green one, which is the I one, the positive I, whatever. Then it's going to split and becomes 0.5. Okay, they become 0.5, but this one's now negative. But they cannot add up because this one is a pure number and this one has the I. So they become like this. So as you can see, start getting a little more complicated. Anyway, I will don't want to spoil more. I wanted to do this part so you can get a little bit the logic. Maybe it can help you a little bit with the start because not very happy with how the explanation works. Still, if you can see here, there is like advanced. I don't know. It has a encyclopedia which has all the gates here, so you can see like everyone what's the idea about it. And so that's it. I think it's very interesting puzzle. If you like the game, I will put like a link on the description so you can find it easier. Yeah, see you soon with the next review. Happy hunting with the puzzles, I guess. And that's all. Bye bye.